request for some help on reading in files sort of like this one. So I'm going to go through a really fast example of how to use R to read this in. So what this is, it's a very common type of file. This is from the type of data files that are in Blackboard for our book. And it's unusual though. It's a comma separated variable file, such as comes out of Excel. It has two of the names of the variables at top, and then it's kind of strange. So this first column is numbers, and the second column is how many times those numbers occur. So there's 1, 0, and there's 784 ones. So I'll show you the full way to process this type of data. Well, first I open R. Step 1. Step 2, I look for its file name. And I'm going to use a nice utility called, function called file choose. And what file choose does is it gives you a menu that you can search around until you find the file you want. Here it is, 1. Where's 1? There. There's number 18. And it stops. And if you look, it's going to give me the name of the location of that file, really path to it. Okay. Now I'm going to read in the CSV file, the next step. I'll call it dat, the output, and I'll go read CSV, the file name, and I'm going to put header equal true because I want to tell it that the first line are some variable names. Let's look what we got. We have 18 values, and we have 2 columns. It gave them weird names because it had to try to translate these strange values into variable names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break those 2 columns out. So this is like a matrix. This is the first column and all the rows. The second column, the counts are all the rows. So let me do it. I'll call the numbers, the first column, I'll call it numbers. So that, I'm taking all the rows, so I just hit comma and the first column, row and then column. And then I'll have frequency equal the second column. We're almost done. Okay, so these are the values. These are how often they occur. Now what I want to do is create a data set with 1, 0, 784 ones, and so on. And I showed this on Blackboard as attachment next to in the content next to our assignment, but I'll do it again right now. I'll call it my data. Why not? You can use underscores, by the way, in names. And I'm going to use the rep command. And what that's going to do is take my numbers, and each one will be repeated the number of times in the frequency. So here's my data now. Whoa, look at that. There's 1, 0, 784 ones, and so on. Huh, okay. There's 3 17s at the end, right? Yep. So now I've expanded the data. And finally, now let's do a histogram. Aha, there it is. If I want to make it a little finer, I'll do this. I don't know why, but how about 20 bars? Yeah, that's a little nicer. Okay. And that's it. See you later. Bye. I'll quit and save.